Okay, so let me show you where I'm at. I'm gonna move this one over to here. Yeah, I gotta upgrade those today too. There's a few rows that didn't come out, but not too bad. But let me show you what I did. There's my nice big 3-in-1 mixer. Is that 3-in-1 mix? Potting soil anyway. So I got the potting soil and I put them into the paper pots, if you want to call them that. And I'm going to save those for my hot pepper plants and stuff like that, give them a head start. So you can see that's how it roots. So got the peat pellet puck the whole way to the bottom. Right, hopefully you can see that. There you go. And then you put it to the bottom, and then you could tell that the whole cup is going to root, right? So some more corn. You see my little corn? So he's going to root really well. There we go. Get some light in there. So you can see the peat pellet pucks at the bottom. And I just basically, I'll do this with one hand if I can. Any topsoil or whatever that goes on my dish, I just pour it back into there because it's clean enough. And they just like so. I'll take a couple of scoops maybe. And oops, buried one completely. But then what I do, give it a little bit of a shake, kind of get it kind of in the center a bit if you can. And then what I do is I'm just going to take my agua. It's lukewarm, not hot, not cold. And I'm just going to fill, hopefully this thing doesn't leak. I'm going to give it a bit of a fill, right? And yeah, I don't see any water. Whoop. There we go. So it's enough to, to wick up. So there's water in there, and then that way I'm not, I'm leaving the topsoil nice and light, and I'm not allowing the cup to actually suck away all the moisture out of the topsoil and out of the plant. And there's just enough light coming in here, but pretty soon I'll be able to take these out into the direct sunlight. But I still got about another month. Yeah, just about a month before I can put anything in the ground. So, but my idea is this gives me a head start on my garden, and hopefully I'm successful. And like I say, I got corn here, I got some beans, and I've got all kinds of, I got pumpkins, I got a little bit of everything in there. Most of the stuff made it. Some of the stuff kind of got destroyed in the process here, and some of it didn't come up. And I have some, you can see this one's, I ran out of styrofoam cups, but I'll keep this one for sure. And those there, I'll see if I can get into other things and just keep transplanting them. Now, once you start to see, let's see if I can find one for you. Yeah, see like the roots, how they're kind of popping out. Once you start seeing the roots popping out, that's when you want to transplant them. And it'll be the same with those. If you see roots starting to pop out the sides, it's time to transplant them. So they don't, I got some more corn here. So there's another good one there. So like a root like that, like you definitely, that root's going to go good if you can get it into a cup or a transplant or whatever, or right into the ground. But the thing is, I find when you put these right into the ground, the biggest problem you get is that they dry out before they get a chance to root. But when you do those, they're almost 100% successful. I mean, give or take, depending on where you are. So I got the rest of these done. And yeah, so that's going to be a good sized garden. I'm going to have to get more of these styrofoam cups. Or styrofoam. Keep calling it styrofoam. They're paper. I was going to try the egg things, but they're just way too small. I don't know why. But those, I'm going to try a different thing. I'm going to try basically a batch where I just put the topsoil in, and then I'm going to plant them, sit this in the water, wick it up, whatever, and see if the plants go from here. And then what I can do is I can just like, when they're really, really thick, I can just put the whole thing in the ground, or cut them in batches. I'll probably do like tomatoes and smaller stuff, peppers, stuff like that, just to start. Because if these things work as good as these will be perfect for transplanting as well. Maybe, and over time they'd be cheaper than the peat pellet pucks, which I got 1,000 for $100. So that's not too bad. And any one of them that doesn't come out goes into my composter. Because, I mean, these things are still nutrient, even if the seed didn't take, right? So that's why you always plant 3 seeds, one for you, one for the Lord, and one for nature, right? And then you see what comes up. All right, there we go. So, yeah.